Ah, what a nice day to play on the whale. So this is a map that I found on Reddit actually. Someone was somehow found a map that looked just like a whale, which is kind of crazy. Um, I'll give you directions how to get this map in the description, but this is a pretty cool map. Now I'm also looking at this now, I'm pretty much screwed since stone is so far away. It will definitely give us problems. Wow, I'm just having trouble today. I did just wake up like 2 hours ago, so give me some leeway. Anyway, so my goal here is to survive on the whale, and I don't plan on doing much, but we do have an abundance of fish, which kind of makes sense because, you know, whales. But we do have a nice little area right down here, which is pretty cool. So we need to make a bridge to get across and, of course, access this over here. But I also want to access this right down here for food. So this is going to be kind of a difficult gameplay, mainly due to the fact of how everything is kind of placed. If I wanted the resources, I would have had to place myself up here or down here, which then would have blocked all of this, and I didn't want to do that. So I decided to put myself over here and make it a little bit more challenging, since resources are going to be farther away, and someone might be like, oh, well, it's not that hard. And it's like, I don't know, it can be. So we're going to try to build a bridge right here, right now. And hopefully, oh wow, that was super quick. And then what we're going to do is try to get up over here. So, of course, we're going to have to cut all this down. And of course, we're going to need food, which is always a great time, especially when it's snowing like right now. That's always a great time too. So let's focus on this first. Let's not do any of that. Let's get this done first and get some food up so we can actually survive the winter. And get some people first. And then once we have enough people, we can easily start reaching out and doing some more adventuring. So let's get this done right about... berry. Okay, so that's actually a good place for a berry, so I'm not going to touch any of that. We can do about a 3 guy right here. Maybe... I can put berries up here if I want to, or maybe... maybe not, actually. It might not be the best idea. Let's do this. I have a better idea. We're going to put it up here, because I'm trying to lay out my farm in a better way, and I can kind of see it like this. Might be a little better, but as long as we get our food, we should be good when we start pushing up over here and getting the resources. Now, what am I gonna do? Definitely homes over here, homes down over here. I'm not sure what I'm gonna put up here, but I'm gonna put something up there. And now that we have that all set, let's actually fix our jobs, get that up top, and now we can start going for the stone up over this way. Alright, so there is now going to be currently slight construction going on, since we finally have some people, and we finally have this kind of dealt with, actually. What are they doing? Oh, they're trying to build this. Okay, I see what's going on. Anyway, so they're going to be building that, then they're going to move over here. Of course, we can always add a small stockpile. Yeah, small stockpile, and then we can put that somewhat in between, like right here, so they don't have to move twice as far, and it might help us out. I'm not fully sure. I do want to get a dock up and running almost as early as possible, because that would definitely help with resource gathering. What are you guys? Oh, wait a minute. If they have... Oh, okay, never mind. I was going to say, if they're holding on to it, what's going to happen? Well, we know what happens. So what we can do next is build an orchard, and that should help us with our food diversity and help us with just getting food, to be honest. So let's see here. Of course, we're going to build a small stockpile right over here. I'm going to build it... let's build it right over here. Yeah. Let's get it like right there, so we can at least have 2. And then what we can also do is maybe get another one over here just for wood, and we can start building a forester over here as well. Now, it is going to be quite a distance away, but I think we might be able to make something work over here, maybe even a small stockpile over here, and then they can move the resources over time, having a dedicated person moving the resources, just as a possibility. Nothing really concrete. So we definitely need to get a well before everything starts catching on fire, because I know that's going to happen. And then what we can also do is start building more homes. That definitely would be a good one to do. So let's see what we got here. Let's start doing this, and it's gonna look a little weird, but hey, that's fine. Nothing's gonna be permanent here. It's gonna be all under construction until we can find a good idea of what we want to do here. So that's gonna be good for now. And we have wood down here, so they should be able to kind of transport the resources the best they can. Might want to build a well over here just in case as well, but we're going to wait and let them build first, and then we'll let them go full force into resource production. Oh, this is new. We got a dragon at year 13. Normally we would see him coming in at about year 20, somewhere around there, maybe sometimes earlier. But this is kind of a change, which is kind of interesting. So we're going to try to hopefully get something up and running by then. We just are now getting a tax office up and running at year 13 to somewhat 14. Resources over here are doing really good though, so I'm pretty happy with that outcome. And we did expand our food supply. So I am slightly worried about the Vikings. I'm not sure how they're going to react, but I think if we put a tower right here, we should be good. This is covering most of it, so we should be good over here, but then the farm is not covered, so I might actually have to build something over here to defend against the Vikings, which shouldn't really be much of a problem. We should get our taxes up pretty quickly. Let's do that, and let's also get a town square, which I'm going to put right down here because I feel like I'm going to put some buildings up along the water. Maybe not, actually. I might just decorate the sides with something else, so maybe I want to give it a little bit more of a buffer zone. So something like this might work, and then we can put a road around and then work with what we got from here. I have a feeling someone's going to comment, why don't you use this right here? Because this is a little bit cleaner, it's a little blocky, and it's going to be in the way of our little homes. So I'm not going to really do much over here when it comes to this. Unless we really need food, I might just scrap that idea and try to make this work. But this should be fine when it comes to everything else, because, you know, we gotta get some riskiness in here to add a little bit more thrill to the video, don't you think? Alright, so we just got attacked by Vikings really quickly, and it seems like this tower did its job and took him out, which is really good. So we're going to try to keep going, and, you know, I was really scared of not getting things up in time, but it seems like it worked out in our favor now. So we are getting foresters up and running over here, hopefully soon. No promises on that one, but hopefully we can get a Chamber of War relatively quickly. It's definitely going to take a lot of time, though, so hopefully we can get one. I don't think we're going to be taking out any dragons though anytime soon, and if we do put it, I'm going to try to put it over here, to be honest, because it's a nice little square, a 2x3, so it'll be nice to put it over here and kind of just do what we need to and just not even touch it again. But we do need to start getting wood, so that is a big problem. So we're going to try to do something like this, and hopefully, oh yeah, we definitely need to reorganize all this. There we go. That looks a lot better, a little cleaner. Oh boy, stone should be good. Yeah, our stone is super fine. We should, I think the max is like, let's see, that'll be 480. So let's switch it around really quick so we can actually get more focus on wood, since that is one of our resources that we really do need. And I think we can get the Chamber of War. We can, so perfect. Gonna get that there. We are building a manor, so hopefully that gets up relatively soon as well. And man, resource, this is gonna be a little difficult. If I put charcoal over here, it's gonna take a while, so I think we need to get abundance of it so we can get it over here. But I'm definitely gonna have to make a cart. That might actually be a better idea. Where is it? Where's the cart? Right there it is, transportation cart. We normally never build this, but I think right now this would be a better gameplay to do it, since I do have a rough idea. I should maybe make a video or a short video on how to use them, since I think some people are still having issues on trying to use them, so wouldn't be bad to do that for a future video. Alright, so we got our next attack coming up. We should be fine. We are building ballistas. We have about 2 of them up right now, which should be really good. I'm worried about this one. Hopefully we can build this really quickly, because our resources over here might take a hit. I'm not fully sure on this, but I'm kind of worried about that one. I think we might be fine. That we're not fine. Well, actually, maybe, because they got them on the good side. So we can get some shots in on it, but it's not going to be anything too good. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Can you fly away, or can we shoot them down? Oh, we can shoot them down. That works too. You know what? Kill them all. Alright, so, okay, so we're just going to take some quick pot shots on them. We should be good on this. Yeah, we're good on that. And then what about you? Alright, yeah, so we should be good, because, hey, can you let some of them go, please? Please and thank you. Okay, yeah, so they're not going for the farm? Yeah, they aren't. Okay, perfect. And Yeah, that's pretty good, actually. All right, so we're having a good time here. It's going a lot better than I thought. Since we do have ballistas up and running, I'm kind of happy with this outcome. So let's get a cemetery up over here, and we'll I like how this building's on fire. All right, so we do need more buildings. That's definitely something I need to do. Maybe get more wood as well. So let's get these guys off. Okay, so wait, what? Wait, oh, okay. Are they just building? They're just building. Perfect. All right, so they're starting to go back down into their other jobs. I need to move you up there. And then what we can also do is build a library to make people a little bit more happier. Nice little place right over here. Plan that one out perfectly. And now we need to start moving some of these homes away so we can actually get some better places going. So I want to get a commons house. I'm going to put it right over here, kind of like a Tetris piece. It's going to fit in there perfectly. Now, we have a major food problem that I'm trying to deal with right now, and so far it's kind of hectic, but I think we're starting to get some control under the whole starvation diet that's going on. So hopefully that changes with the new farms being added, but the change was quite sudden. I don't know what happened. I didn't even have any more people. We stayed around 100, and then all of a sudden everyone was starving. So not sure what's going on with that. And our wood supply and our resources are all taking a hit. So I'm trying to stabilize everything, but right now it's not turning out well. Uh-oh. Why? What's going on there? It seems like it's also not getting rid of the road. So we're going to actually kind of stop all this really quick so we can actually focus on stuff at home and really fix some of the problems we're having. Doesn't help with the Vikings coming in either, but at least we have some defense against that, and we do have additional people to kind of keep things moving, keep things running while they show up. Where are they coming from? Over there. All right, so that works. Our ballistas can take care of that, so can our archers. If they attack down here, that's fine. Better they attack down here than somewhere else. So let's... Seems like everything is kind of getting under control again. So let's get rid of roads and start replacing them with the stone ones so they're a little faster, especially when it comes to the farm area. It would definitely be helpful. There we go. Perfect. Now that might be a little straining, but we should be fine. And I'm going to say should be because there's always something that happens in this area. Let's see here. Good. All right, so we're going to actually fix this up really quickly. We're going to get about 330, and then we're also going to keep that mainly for wood. Yeah, wood and everything else. It can just go. Perfect. So that should be fine for that. This might be a little hectic, but we should be fine because the archer tower is still there. They may burn some of this, but it won't be all of it, hopefully, because I did put a well inside this guy. Okay, I'm just building that, dude. Yeah, so they're going after the farms. I kind of expected that. The food is actually being held up pretty good, though. They're only destroying, like, what, 3 farms or something? I don't know. Perfect, and that should cover that. Please don't burn that one. That one, actually, I do want. There we go. Perfect. So, yeah, we're doing decent now. We just had to jump over this hurdle, and we should be fine now. But, oh my god. I'm trying to build a wall up here, so just in case the Vikings do land up there and come down, we won't ever deal with that. And hopefully they don't ever attack this, but they most likely will. So, I'm just trying to find some, you know, protection here. We do need more money, which is always a problem. So, what I might do... push us again for more population. We need at least 50, and our plan is to at least actually let me upgrade this really quick since we can. Right about uh-oh, that's not good. Can we at least build this? We need about what, 5? Okay, yeah, we definitely need to calm down and let these guys build, because we're not build but gather resources since we're not doing so hot. Now I'm starting to do some more big brain moments, I should say. So we are building a stockpile down here. This is going to have most of the resources that we're going to need to help build this area down here. So of course they're going to try to build things up over time. It's not going to be built right now, so I don't know if that was a good idea. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but hopefully it's... Uh-oh. So, okay, I've noticed this too. We got the big dragon over here, and this isn't good. He's going to cause us a lot of troubles, and I don't know... Okay, you can reach it, but it's not going to kill him. Like, it doesn't do enough for him to run away. Well, maybe, actually. He's running away now, so get another volley in, and then we might be good. Yep, perfect. Yeah, good. Get him out of here. Kill him at least. And then this guy's flying away. So this, okay, it's doing its job. Now, yeah, that's a lot of meat, I'm going to assume. So, oh, it actually is getting resources in there, even though it's building. That's actually pretty interesting. Actually, that's pretty cool, actually. Never knew that. Anyway, we're also going to do the same thing when it comes to the stone. We're going to try to remove this entirely and just try to... let's see, what do I want to do here? I could put the stone thing right here, though. So let's get rid of that. And then we can make this stockpile dedicated to only stone, get another cart, and then move them back and forth where we have stone also being deposited in here at the same time. And that would work out really well. So let's get this set up right now. We're going to get you right about there so we at least have something. And then this will hopefully help us out a lot here. I'm just going to double check. So we're going to drop off 60. I think they do pick up 60 though. I'm not fully sure. Someone might know in the comments. That would be helpful. So we're going to get this one done, and then that's going to help with our stone so we can actually build the buildings up a lot quicker than what we would normally have to wait for. So this is going to be super helpful. Finally having a use for them, finally actually using them in scenarios like this, so we don't really have a long wait time. So once we build up a little bit more homes, finish up this apartment, I do want to put another one down, but I think I'm going to build the blockhouse next. Just so we have a little bit more diversity looking in the, city, town, whatever you want to call this place. Right about here might work. Yeah, right about there will work. So we're going to put it right there. Hopefully they both get built up in time, and we do have a lot of stones. We may as well finish up our defenses here. So what we can do is, actually, I'm going to wait before I do anything else. I don't want to get too crazy. We could actually start selling stone. That might be a good one since we do need more resources and money. I don't want to raise my taxes, so I'm going to try to lower it, and hopefully they actually do. Let's see here. No dock workers. Okay, that's a little worrisome for me. We're going to turn this one off. We're going to move you up, and then hopefully this turns out all right. Okay, so, man, it's been a while. So, we got some things done. We got a little bit more defenses on our little sea line wall. I improved our farming because we were low on food and we were doing a lot better there. I fixed my supply issue. For some reason, this wasn't really working right, so I kind of had to refresh the game. That didn't work, so I pretty much sold him, put him back, and now he's actually starting to transport stone, which we have a lot of stone over there for, so that's kind of interesting. Now, we're going to get a lot of Vikings down over this way. I'm kind of worried about that, but kind of not at the same time due to these guys, and we are working on armor piercing ballista bolts so we can take care of those dragons one step at a time. That's all I can say on that one. Anyway, this farm is definitely going to get mauled. That's like a given, but good thing we have a lot of food stored up. I'm working on a lot of housing. I'm just waiting for proper defenses, get this covered so we don't really have to worry about anything, getting a lot of defenses set up. So yeah, that's pretty much my goal on that one. No. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, that's stupid. I hate that so much. What are we gonna do about this? We're gonna have to build some knights, aren't we? Because we aren't... No, I mean, can you get that? You can't. So this thing is gonna go crazy over here for a while. That's gonna be kind of stupid. Oh my god, I hate these things so much. They always get put in like the worst location possible, and now they're hitting this up. So we might be able to build a tower. I'm not fully sure. If we do, I'm gonna do something like this. Put an archer right about here and then take care of that, but there's not really much we can do about this, is there? Well, maybe actually. I think we just saved it. We're gonna have to spam this to repair every single time. It's gonna be annoying, but it's better than having everything blown up at once. So anyway, my plan is this: build up these, put ballista towers on all of them so we can get the dragon problem fixed, and then just move on with our life, and then expand our housing greatly over here and finish up housing up over this way too. So I have this walled off a little bit. Oh wow, okay, maybe not, but let's get that in there and we should be good. Oh boy. Alright, so we just had a giant food issue, but hopefully this works out. I had to fix this cart again. I'm not sure if there's a bug going on with them or what, but it's not working, thankfully. So this food crisis over here is being fixed, so I'm happy with that. Oh my god, this This game is giving me a heart attack. Anyway, so we're doing a good job pushing down here. I'm trying to build additional defenses down over this way so we can, you know, go up against the dragons. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is build a 2x4 so we can actually get the dragons killed, because they're coming in a lot of dragons now. What was it? There was like 6 last time. A lot of mini ones, one big one, and then one that like sneaks up behind and destroy defenses. It's being a real problem, so I'm just going to be trying to take care of them by adding more defenses. We already have this nice little 3-way right here. Might want to add one over this way, but I'll have to do that one later. But gonna try to focus more on peering off our land so we can actually, you know, not have any Viking issues, or at least a minimum amount of them. So we're gonna do something like this. Hopefully that would work. Oh wow. Okay, so that guy's dead. That's going to be a problem, but it's going to be a problem that I can't do anything about, and we are now a humble kingdom because we are being humbled by the dragons. See, that's what I'm talking about over there, though. But now that he's coming over here, he's going to just pretty much get slaughtered, and, you know, that's a him problem, not mine. And we did have a major money issue as well, but I took care of that one almost instantly, thankfully. More places to bathe. Okay, guys, let's not get too needy now. I'm just gonna do something like this. Yeah, something like that would work, because I'm not gonna really focus on beautifying this place, mainly due to the fact we are having a lot of issues that we're trying to tackle all at once. And I think a good thing to do now is start making swine herds, since we do have the resources and manpower to actually do it. So I'm gonna do something like this. There we go. And that should be good. And what we can do is that, and then of course put our tools in butcher, and then we should be fine getting this up and running. Where is it? There it is. Perfect. That, and something like this would work. Perfect. So hopefully our food problems are fixed by doing that. If not, we're kind of screwed. But so far, everything's looking pretty good now. Now that the cart is working and actually is feeding people. So pretty happy with this outcome. Let's see here. Let's make sure. Yep, it's working pretty fine now. All right, so let's hope we can expand more. And I mean, I might have to sneak into this area, but we should be fine. Okay, so welcome back, 175. We are still continuing our outside defenses, which is still going pretty strong. Just to save myself time and, you know, effort for later, what we're going to be doing is doing a nice little just outline of the island, and I might just block it off over here and have all the Vikings come down up over here. We blocked this off so we can not really worry about that, and I might even what was it, get dragons. You know, it's crossed my mind, so it wouldn't be bad to do. Let's get a little bit more treasure rooms really quick so we can actually just get that in there and hopefully build that up. So I want to do this outside part next over here, maybe even fully connected actually, and hopefully we can. Oh wait, is it up? Ooh, some of it's up already. Perfect. So what I want to do is get another 2x4, and it sounds like a piece of wood, and get this up so we can actually have the dragons getting sniped out of the sky and just make it invulnerable or invincible, like what was it? Air defense. That's the word I was looking for. So it has been pretty long. Normally stuck with the short gameplays, but I think we're gonna have to do it a little bit longer here. And I think they just killed up the dragon. So let's do this so we can get our wood up, and then we have to wait for our stone to finish. I think we're done with our defenses on this side, I think. So we're going to do something like this. I made this so if they do land right here, they're going to get caught. And then this tower is going to go crazy. Hopefully, there's no catapults. But then they're going to be pushed over here. They go over here. They're going to meet another archer tower, and they're going to get shot. I'm going to be still building a moat. But that is pretty much what we have for defenses. Oh my god. Okay, we definitely need to work on that one. Let's see here. Put you right about here or something now. I need to put you somewhere. I'll put you right about here. Yeah, right here works. And then we're going to try to expand our population, so we need another tavern, which is interesting. I'll put you over here because I'm gonna try to build over here now. It's gonna be a little weird due to just how everything is, but I think I might be able to make something work over here. It's just gonna be a little weird, and I think I'm gonna need more well, no, not charcoal, because we have it here, but we're gonna need another supply depot right down here to fill up this. But let's see here. Maybe we can build another one. I'll build it down here, and then what we can do is start building some more houses. So, of course, we're going to try to get the big heavy hitters out of the way. So we're going to get this guy and put him right here, and then try to build around. Just get our population up. 30. Yeah, I might as well get these guys down too, since we are lacking those guys. And let's see here. Get you up. And let's see here. What else can we do? Cemetery. Okay, yeah, that one's filling up, but if we just keep expanding it slowly, we should be fine on that. Same with that up here. We're fine over here. I did make a barracks, mainly due to the fact sometimes we have some weak spots and they get in. So just in case they are going crazy with a catapult, we can make that guy and we can, you know, utilize it the best we can. So let's kind of, let's get this one out a little bit more, and we should be good over here. Hopefully, this tower is still being built, but we should be good. Our food supply is still going pretty strong, so we should be good on that one as well. And now we need a jousting arena, which is going to take up a lot of resources, so we're going to get that guy. Where am I going to put this guy? I mean, I could just put it right here. Yeah, that works. Might as well just put it somewhere. And boom. And then we can kind of just build a road around just like that. And let's get this guy. Right here works. Why not? And then get a little road right there. Perfect. And we should... Okay, so we do have blacksmiths too. We're gonna have to wait for everything to finish being built first. But these should be popping off eventually. I'm gonna have one making the resources. Yeah, I'm gonna have one making the armaments. And then we should be fine, I think. I don't know yet. I think this is going to be a pretty long video. I'm not sure. Whew. All right, I'm back from work and I went on my little walk and I'm having a great time. So I decided to add this nice little extension here of the city and getting the jousting, working around the jousting arena, not in the jousting arena. And we got a good bit here. How are the dragons? Now I'm worried about the, oh wait, no, I'm a little worried about this actually. Can you reach that? No. Oh, you can actually. So we should be good when it comes to the dragons over here. No. Oh, that's going to get hit, but he most likely will die. He will. Okay. Definitely should maybe make additional defenses there, but oh well. That one should be fine. Now, I am going to add another village extension up over here in this little corner, and maybe in here. I'm not fully sure about this part, but definitely down here, since we do have a lot of room in here to use, and I might as well make the most of it, you know? So we get to have a tavern here, and they can watch the animals get slaughtered. You know, what a fantastic view for... what a fantastic view for a... little tavern. Maybe not actually. I want to try to do something different here. So let's kind of outline, let's kind of decorate the outlinement. 2, 4. That one's gonna be a little tricky here. What could we do? What could we do to in this area right here? I'm thinking maybe like trees, and then what we can do is like, no, it's such a weird position here. I think what I might have to do is change the road positioning so it actually makes it work out a little bit better. What we can do is just put rows of trees here, and then of course put a tree here, and then a tree down here, and then we can line it up down below. Hopefully this should be fine, I think. Yeah, okay, perfect. So I just had to move it down one, and then we can get it. So I just want to build an outline to this little extension of a city. Let's see here. I think every 2 would be a good one, I think. We're going to have to play around and see. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. Perfect. Okay, so that actually works out wonderfully. I think that's a word. There we go. And then we can get a nice little road into here, and then maybe something like this. All right, so that should work. And then what we can also do is, since we have a lot of resources, of course, build a statue to flex on our enemies. Maybe, ooh, something like this would be pretty cool, but I'm not going to do that. Ooh, what we could do is just place a pond here, you know, kind of signifying a rich neighborhood, and we're gonna start trying to fill this in. I might actually have to pier this off though. Beautiful. This thing is now up and running. I looked at the wrong place. Ah, man, look at that. Nice, simple little house design, kind of inside this little half square, I want to say. Yeah. Anyway, so I think this is all I'm gonna do for this video because we got a lot done. We got this whole system going. Somehow it works, and then we have pretty much all the food. We have a nice defense that actually is pretty good. I did add this ballista because there was a trebuchet or catapult, whatever, and it was just destroying this area over here. So hopefully this over here would prevent that in the future if I continued. Actually, we'll wait and see. Now, I know there's a lot of islands nearby. Maybe, yeah, I'm not going to participate in anything like island hopping. I also could just bridge over. That also could be a possibility and make a giant fishing area. But, you know, we don't want to create any, issues with my, already beautiful Whale Island home. So yeah, I think we did a really good job, especially, with this map. Really cool map, by the way. I'm definitely going to leave the seed in the description. So if you're curious and want to also find it, it's also on Reddit. Because that's where I found it before. So have a good one, guys. Take care and happy birthday to me.